Here we go. All right. So can you introduce yourself for me, please?
I am Tnai Amani Burton. Gosh. What else could I say? Like, I don't know. I'm a lot of stuff, I guess.
Yes. So yeah, give us some of your titles.
Okay. I am a performer, soprano vocalist. I sing a lot of a variety of music, whole types of music, classical, jazz, pop, R&B,
Yes.
gospel. I'm a choir director. And I like I like to teach my choral students, the same, let's be eclectic in our music choices. Why do we have to just sing one type of genre? Why do we have to fit inside of a box?
So I have. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going, please.
Okay.
You have more titles.
I know, right? I teach at Hardyville Junior Senior High School as the chorus teacher and the drama teacher. So there's a whole lot of hats there. I'm not even gonna tell you how many projects I have going on over there. I'm also interim director, Savannah State University. I know I took on too much stuff. I'm actually also directing a play that's coming up in April, so I've got that hat on. I also am starting We Are Eclectic as an official nonprofit organization. So I'm a founder and a director with my best friend, sister, colleague, Tiffany Bostic. I'm a mama, best friend. I'm also in school.
Wow. So I'll ask one obligatory question.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of music?
Oh my goodness. The crazy thing is, I did have a meltdown the other day because it felt like I didn't like music anymore. Ooh, I know. And it's because I chose it as my job. It's about to make me like emotional now. And it's like I work and sometimes it's not.
So is it new music, making music, or is it just the music as a whole was getting to you?
It's like, I think it's the coming out with a product. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And having to make sure it's right. And this is what I do all the time. So I need a break from it. Where do I get the break from? Because I'm doing music over here in this area. Then I'm doing music over here in this area. I know it's different, but it's like I would like a break, but I don't see myself doing anything different. The only break I get is I don't even listen to music in the car. Like, I would be riding with people and my mama, she'd be like, turn some music on. I'd be like, I'd rather either listen to silence or a podcast. So when you ask me if I'm a fan of music, if you would have asked me when I was in high school, absolutely. College, absolutely. As an adult, it depends on the day. Like, if I am using a certain song for spirituality, like to get my spirit right, to get my mental right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But am I just gonna cut on some music just to listen to it? No.
Oh wow.
I know.
Nah, but I understand where you're coming from with that. Being submerged in it so deep, it starts to drown you, regardless of how good you can swim in it. There's a point where you gotta reemerge, period, to just clear your mind.
Yeah. Let me take a break from it. Let me find something else to do. But then I find something else to do, and it's a whole bunch of stuff. So it's like, girl, you need to take some. My therapist told me the other day, your plate is full. Your cup is running over. When you gonna take some of this stuff out your cup? I don't know how to do that.
And so, when you say producing a product, is it more of physically the way you work with music, or is it you making music, or Expand on that a little bit.
Okay. Let's take my personal music career as a performer. If I am gonna do a concert as just a vocalist, I'm gonna practice so that it can be ready for an audience to receive it. And I'm not gonna be the type of person like you just gonna get what you get. It's gonna be decent and in order. And it's the same thing when I have my choral students. All right, we're gonna learn this music. Actually, I don't even like to just come up with random, repertoire to give them. I kind of envision the project that I want to do or the concert that I want to put on, and I come up with a theme, and then I choose the songs that fit that theme, and then we work the music, and it's got to be right. Sometimes it's not gonna be perfect, but we have to work it enough to it ain't trash, for lack of a better term.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
people gonna judge you. You know what I mean?
Regardless. And on a real performance stage, there's no take backs. There's no pause. Well, we missed that note. Yeah. And we go back.
Right.
And then especially because
now, I ain't gonna lie. I will stop a song real quick. I've done it. I just did it not too long ago. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, we're gonna start this one more time. I've done that a few times. I remember when I was directing church choir. I might have been in college or high school at this time, and they were singing and it just did not sound good. Like they were just all over the place. And I wasn't directing, but I think maybe my mom was directing or something. And I was like, I got up from where I was at. I said, nope, stop. We're going to start again. I was some choir members that didn't like that I did that, but I bet you when they started again, it was good. It was together. And as a matter of fact, my mama wasn't directing. Nobody was directing. They just was singing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm sorry, but
that sounds all bad.
They used to call me the sergeant at church. I kind of softened up a little bit. Yeah, they probably wouldn't even know me now.
So, were you a fan or a creator of music first?
I was a fan first. I was definitely a fan. I loved Whitney Houston. I used to listen to her over and over and over again. That's how I fell in love with music.
Wow, that's a really good selection of music to fall in love with. I wanted to look into her catalog to see who was producing, who was writing, who was doing all that for her, because those are some vicious lyrics, yo.
It's the lyrics and it's the fact that whoever wrote the melodies for her knew her voice type, and they just went ham.
Yes. They ran until their legs fell off.
Yeah.
And then they broke the prosthetics after that.
I swear,
do you have anyone one of her songs that's not, I don't do exact favorites, but one of the ones
the go-to?
That go-to.
Okay, if I was doing a gig, it would be a few stolen moments is all that we share. If I want to slow it down, it's a messed up song, right? But it's so beautiful.
It's so fucked up. That's what birth Future's toxicity right there.
Exactly. How you gonna be singing about, sleeping with somebody else, man, and you saying I don't want nobody else.
She blowing it down about that shit.
Imagine being that wife, right? And you
hear that. Oh my God, that's heartbreaking.
It's heartbreaking, but dang, why you gotta be so beautiful though?
Exactly, because you know what though, that's the one song when I think of hers, the lyrics that when I really listen and it shut me up, boy. It fucked me all the way up. Is the that I don't really want to look Very much further.
That's another one.
Oh man, that whole breakdown of I don't know what that is.
Now in my private singing, I can never get nobody to play that song for me. My brother always be like, "Man, the Whitney song too hard, man." So I just sing it in my own private singing. But that one is dope. Oh my gosh.
So I
don't really want to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Yes, that is my song.
I cannot run from myself. There's nowhere to hide.
Nowhere.
Yo, come on, man. Like those, like whoever wrote them bars, they had no pants on in the studio.
Stevie Wonder's another one.
Oh man, like that, because that's like he's one of those ones you can't touch. Like you don't touch unless you have a singing license.
Yeah.
Luther, Erica, you know.
It's the poetry though.
Yes. Love's in need of love today.
Oh, that song makes me cry.
I love that. When I'm down and I'm like feeling it, you know what I mean? Like I go to that song because that's one of the ones that just speaks the wording, you know what I mean?
It is so beautiful.
So being a fan, did that, and before a creator, did that lead you into creating?
It did, because when I was in like 12th grade, I think, all throughout high school, I wanted to be an accountant. And the reason why is because it's not why you laughing.
Oh, because I love numbers, yo. It wasn't like, it's not like, oh, laughing. No, it's just like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I used to love numbers. Not no more, though. But my godmom is an accountant. If I tell her this, she'd be like, I hate it. Don't do it. Like, but I wanted to be an accountant, and I took accounting classes when I was in high school, and I really, really loved it. And I don't know, one day I was just in choir rehearsal and I was like, if I be an accountant, I ain't gonna have no time to do no music. So I was like, I'm gonna do music. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna go to school so I can learn how to be a teacher of music, and I'm gonna start doing my own stuff. Yeah, so that's how that happened.
Wow. Are there... Okay, and we'll fast forward to kind of mix it with today a little bit. Being in the space that you're in now, when you are doing what you're doing with music, is there anything that doesn't feel as if like that takes the like that does help with the niche of, okay, this is why I do it, or this is what I love about the music.
Yeah.
So is there any of that helps, or anything that you...
It was rehearsal today when those girls came in and they went over a piece of music that I didn't even go over yet, and they took the initiative and they learned it. That shit right there shows me that's why I love music. That's why I love teaching music, because there's other people who are just like me that really want to do this. You know what I mean? So it's like even as a little kid, there's a little kid, high school student. Kid, I guess. They are. They are.
We let them play them like those are teenagers.
Right. She just came to the school a few days ago, and she's like, I really want to learn the guitar. And so I only teach probably about 15, 20 minutes on the scale, and I'll move on and do something else, or I'll probably work with a different group, and I'll be like, all right, y'all need to take a break because your brain is going to get exhausted, do something else. Even if it's you taking a mental break, she practice the whole time until class is over. And I'll be like, yeah, that's why I want to do this. And then sometimes I will get a student that either don't want to be in the class or they just disruptive, and I'll be like, oh, I hate this. But then I don't.
I get it.
I have those good moments. I try to remember those good moments. And that's what keeps me happy and excited about the career that I chose to do. Like that moment in rehearsal when them girls, they was on it, man. They were on it. And even though the notes may have not been right, the rhythm might have been messed up, it was the work ethic. You can have the most beautiful voice in the world, but if you ain't got no work ethic, I don't want to work with you. You got a nasty attitude, but you can sing real beautiful. I don't care. That doesn't do anything for me. It's that passion, that desire, that will to want to be great.
Wow. Okay. Well, then I'll get deep. Then, is there anyone that you were a fan of that never did that should have cut records, that should have did something? Someone that you just personally met that had really great talent.
That you mean like someone off the street?
Like just random.
Man.
An inspirational story. Like for me, I share what I'm saying. Like for instance, going to the original hip hop night at the Jinx. Especially when I first met it, there was a guy there who was like really crazy with the freestyle, Zone D. And after the camaraderie and meeting and time moving on and life becoming life, there was just a point where he looked me in the face, just on his own accord, talking about himself. He was just like, I'm not finna put that effort into this music to become a famous rapper, and moved on with his life. So, but him and his abilities and just him being conscious of the art as a whole like that really was always inspiring.
It was just about art.
Yeah, because it was just about, and also he didn't even take the time to write a lot of stuff like that because it was about the freestyle for him. And he was crazy with it, yo.
Wow. That's a different kind of perspective.
That's what it's about, perspectives.
It is, yeah.
That's why I had to come to you for yours.
Yeah. God. I would say anybody that I looked at that wanted to make it.
Or just did music, was a great singer, or just like.
I would say my cousin who passed away, he was extremely influential in my life, my family's life, the community. He did music. He was a gigging musician. He did guitar. He could play bass. He could play keys. He was amazing. My uncle and him, they were really close because my uncle does music too. And he told my uncle that he got 200 songs in his head. And my uncle would always be like, come on, man, let's lay this stuff down. Let's lay it down. Let's lay it down. I think they may have got one, maybe a few songs. I don't know, but I know it's one that they got down. But I really wish that, I wished he recorded more. And he could have gone really far, but he had a bad habit.
Great ones do.
Yeah, he was intelligent, so intelligent. Like would be writing down Roman numeral analysis, like music theory, composing and stuff. Like it's a genius. And sometimes, like you say, life happens.
Quicker than you can even blink. Quicker than you can think of it happening. It just happens on you. Did you come from a musical house?
I did. Yeah, my mom sings. My uncle sings. He's a rapper. Really great rapper. And he produces. He's the reason why I actually write.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who did your mom make you a fan of?
Whitney Houston. It was Whitney Houston. My dad, he's not really in my life, but he was up until I was about 11, and he put me on to the Jacksons, reggae, and jazz. That's probably why I'm so eclectic now. I went to school and learned about classical, but yeah, it was my mom. She put me on Whitney Houston. Yeah. Leslie, she does Nickelback and Funk. I don't know.
Oh, yes.
She's the reason why I started gigging. I was like 16, 17, up in Tantra. You remember Tantra? Boy, I had no business up in Tantra. Singing. Like, wow. She was extremely influential, especially as far as my musical taste and just actually me getting paid to sing.
Wow. What's the best concert? You ever been to any concerts or shows?
Boys the Men. I went to see them in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
What's the guy? Uncle Charlie?
Yeah. Charlie Wilson.
Bro, you ever seen him?
Live?
Oh, yes.
He probably said, does he sound just like the record?
Yes.
That's what it's the best.
Better. He's fired. And he be dancing.
Yeah, he's that old school. Yeah, he sounds better than
He be dancing, moving. Like, he remind me of James Brown a little bit, like with the 3-piece band, like the trumpets and stuff.
Oh.
The backup dancers. Like, oh, yeah. I was like, I gotta see him again. Hopefully I get to see him again.
So, also, being like asking, like, you know, from the creator angle, taking it back, have you witnessed, like, a lot of the forms that you've done? Like, for instance, like how you sung with choirs. Have you been able to witness, like, a great choir performance? Have you, like, you sung in opera? Have you been able to go to, like, a bad opera?
Okay. I want to go to the Met. I haven't been to the Metropolitan Opera, which is in New York. I haven't been there yet. I've been to a few Broadway shows, but I don't know why I ain't seen seen an opera yet. But that's a goal. I'm gonna go there. I've seen an opera like live at Georgia Southern. That's where I got my graduate degree. They have a really great program too.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. But other than that, I have not seen. You know, there are so many theaters, so many opera theaters. Like there's a company in Atlanta. I haven't yet to go. I don't even know why. That's weird. How could I want to be an opera singer and I ain't really been to an opera house?
As you know, just walking.
Yeah.
So then it also led me to the thought of, there's like the questions I love. What's the furthest you've been for a show? Vegas? Is that the furthest you've been for a show?
Yeah, it would be Vegas. Yeah, definitely.
Have you sung outside of the country yet?
Jamaica.
That's 100% outside of the country, yo.
The only thing, it wasn't like a gig, but it was my ex-husband's family. They had a Christmas party, and his dad was like, "Hey, Tnai, come get on the mic." And so I started singing, and I was like, dang, this is a vibe out here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It was
cool. It was real
being cool. That, like, I'll say it for the people who don't know, you live in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So have you sung in South Carolina? I know that. You sung here in Georgia, but have you created music across any other states? Like, any other states with it?
New Jersey.
Okay.
Church. Yeah. Well, my family's in New Jersey, so that's
who you waiting to see. Is there any, like, well, there you go. Like, who you waiting to see as a fan? Is there anyone that you waiting to see or want to see?
I want to see Bruno. You mean like, yeah, okay,
tear it down.
I do.
Tear it down.
I want to see Bruno.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there a reason, or
it's because his music is just so fire and his energy.
How did you feel about Silk Sonic?
I wanted to see them so bad. I loved Silk Sonic. I think it's because they gave me that live band feel. And that's just so rooted in me. It's like, and that old school is like literally like my grounding almost. Like my grandma used to buy me. You ever seen the commercials on TV when you was little and it would be Motown buy this anthology? My grandma used to buy it for me because I used to ask. I'm shaking my head
so they got me to say something.
Yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Yes.
I've seen
I'd be like, Mima, please, can you get this for me?
And she did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bless her. So then, okay. Well, we'll start with, do you have a favorite genre? Like, let's start. So I take it R&B is what we're talking about, man.
Or neo soul.
So would you break it down to a favorite era then? Or would you be more of a 60s, 70s?
If I had to choose an era,
because the 80s, like, to me, is always different. The 90s was different from the 80s. But you could say 60s and 70s together because of that I can't break them apart fully because I'm not that in depth.
Yeah.
But you know,
you can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference between 60s and 70s.
Yeah, you can
80s,
tell the difference between 50s and 60s. And
50s,
honestly,
yes, because that's another jump. Great point.
That's that doo-wop, that barbershop, that street light singing.
Yes.
Honestly, I can't because I love Billie Holiday so much. I would sing her all day, every day. Like, I went to this one dude, I was like, yeah, I want to sing, I want to do this show. He was like, let me see your repertoire, right? And it was nothing but Billie Holiday. He was like, all right, you're going to have to bring, some more jazz singers on here because you just can't do a show about Billie Holiday unless I did a tribute. And I'm not opposed to that. Yeah, but I love Billie Holiday. I love her style. I love doo-wop so much. I love the Motown era. I really can't choose an era. Like the 80s New Edition, that New Jack Swing.
Yes, yo, yeah.
90s TLC.
That whole 90s, because the 90s came, it was like when the electronic sound smoothed itself out, so it was
oh my God.
So, is there anything you stay away from? Like, man, I ain't listening to that
shit. It would be like hip hop now. Like, I don't, maybe is it called drill?
That's something about me. I do not do that over genreization of the music. I feel like that's for the colonizers.
I couldn't tell you about
corporatized music, so I'm not with that. Like there's rap, and there's always different sides of rap. Like there's different sides of the coin to R&B and rock and roll. Right. But it's rock and roll, man. It's jazz, man. It's hip hop,
right? So you don't get into the subgenres.
Like I understand saying it because it needs to be there sometimes, but I'm not finna go out here and be like, oh, I love me some trap rap.
But it's people that only listen
to but that's because, man, on the Black Star album, that skit they had on there, he said it best. He was like, I got 400 years of conditioning, man. My conditioning has been conditioned.
Yeah.
They don't have to come out there and physically get us no more, man. Like, the system is at play, man. The system is at play, and it is working.
I've never thought about it like that.
Because, all right, from keeping it fan aspect, you say you ain't cutting that shit on. I ain't cutting that shit on.
Okay.
We can go out there in the streets and find a good 1,000 people who ain't listening to that shit.
Right.
But they play that shit on repeat on the radio.
You're right. I don't even listen to the radio at all.
Okay. And there goes another factor. When the last time you heard a slam or jam it on the radio, or pump it or dump it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I agree with you. I understand where you're coming from with that.
Right. I know.
So do you have any do you have it a top 5 of singers? Not it doesn't have to be exacts, but if you would say name 5 greats.
Okay.
Who out of the top 10?
I'm gonna go with Beyonce's. She's up there. Yeah, her range is crazy. Oh God, it's the fact that she's a student of voice too. I can tell. Of course, it's gonna be Whitney Houston, Prince.
Wow, yes.
Michael Jackson, he's a really great singer.
Whoever was writing for Mike.
Yeah.
Yo.
They was sick. They was sick. Dang, I never even thought about no top 5. It's too many out, y'all. Oh my God.
Come on. That's the beautifulest part about it all.
Did I say Prince?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You named Prince. You named Whitney. You named
Beyonce. And Michael. Okay, it's got to be one more. Gladys Knight.
Oh wow. That is a really good one.
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't listen to her music that much or the Pips, but if a Gladys Knight song come on, I'm gonna listen. Her voice is like butter.
Butter baby. Who's your favorite version of Heard It Through the Grapevine?
Oh, I've heard many, but it's gonna be Marvin. I'm sorry.
Boy, you got some damn good taste. Boy, you got some damn. I can't say I've heard many after Marvin, but yeah, Marvin, yo.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's Marvin. Because he got to be up there too.
Do you have a favorite song that's a pass around song like that that's been done a billion times? That's something that's funny because I love that aspect that they don't talk about that from R&B, like they the past songs and pass on the song.
They do, don't they? Gosh, I can't even think of none right. The Jacksons, they done stole. Now I'm not gonna say stole, but
they gonna cover your.
They gonna cover some songs.
They gonna cover your like a blanket in Indiana.
The crazy thing is, I didn't know it was a cover. I heard they version first. Like Daddy's Home by Jermaine Jackson. That's a doo-wop song from I don't know who.
Wow.
Or maybe it's based off of one, I don't know, but
I got research to go
yeah, that was dope. For once in my life, I think it's I don't know who's the original, but Stevie Wonder's is nice and The Temptations is real nice.
He did that to one of his own songs.
Stevie Wonder?
Yes.
Yeah.
He wrote the song Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell sung it first. That
Ain't No Mountain High Enough? That one?
No, it was because they broke bread super heavy. I didn't know that until like a little bit of learning. So I gotta go listen to a lot of it. But they did like As I think maybe or like All I Do, one of his big classics like that.
Yeah.
They did it, but then he came back.
Right. I think Smokey Robinson did some stuff like that too. But Smokey Robinson is a bad writer.
I don't even know. Like, there's some, because see, when I rewatched The Temptations recently and I saw it, he was like, oh, I got a song for y'all. That just sparked that train in my mind.
Yeah, go study Smokey.
To go see, because, when we mentioned this, see, I got caught in my feelings when we mentioned it while I was watching. We started talking about Babyface.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever looked into Babyface's catalog?
I have not, but I can only imagine how huge it is.
I'm making the shit face right now because they can't hear it. But, yo, me and my homie one day brought it up to each other because he's an old head who loves R&B. You know what I'm saying? He was just raised by his grands and stuff like that. We looked it up. It was an A through Z catalog, yo. And it was all type of stuff you would have never guessed. Like that Brandy, it was one of Brandy's big songs, not Sitting Up in My Room, but one of them ones like that, yo, and even the Boys II Men, End of the Road or something like that. I didn't know. Water Runs Dry, all that stuff. Yeah, man. So it's just mind blowing. All that After 7 stuff, because After 7.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's why there's money in that songwriting, man. I think I have gotten to a point where I love to perform, but I'm tired. I think I'm tired of active working. Is that active income?
Yes. They say
if you love
it, and you do it for money, you got to stop doing it as soon as possible.
Apparently.
Push your head.
Yes. Like what we was talking about earlier.
Exactly. Let's see. Let's keep rolling here. Do you have a favorite lyricist? Do you have any favorite lyricists or people that you just love?
I don't know. I ain't never thought about nobody. If I were to choose a lyricist, it would be Stevie Wonder because I just love his poetry and his songs.
Oh man, when I realized he say until the dolphins fly and parrots live at sea, until the ocean covers every mountain high, Until the day
I'm
until the day
telling
that
you.
I am you and you are me.
Like every song.
What the? That's a bar for your ass.
Yeah, for real. Oh my! Like there's this one song that people always want to sing at weddings, but it's about unrequited love. But it's so pretty you would never even tell. God, I can't even remember. I can't even think how the song goes. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Um, I was just listening to it the other day.
Do you have a favorite song? One of your favorite go-to songs? It's a song that you just
so currently it's gonna be PJ Morton from Watch the Sun, and it's actually called Watch the Sun with Chronics. Yeah. It's like once you done had that dark period in life, but then you kind of like wake up, and you know that what that feeling feels like when you wake up from that sadness. I don't know if you've ever been depressed, but like that dark cloud that just rain over
I know what you mean.
And then that's the best feeling in the world. Like that song kind of reminds me of it, and that's like my go-to song right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
To start bringing it to a head here, to close it in, let's see. I want to. What's one of your favorite albums?
Oh, I don't know. I must be honest. I don't have a favorite album because.
But one you gotta listen to at least once a year.
I was about to say I listen to greatest hits.
A lot?
Yeah, by any of my favorite artists.
Bad. I dig it.
I know.
I dig that.
But I will say the album that's my go-to album now is gonna be either Tnai Amani Trip or Chilombo. Yeah.
I haven't heard of them yet. Her? Is that a him? Her? Who's that?
No, that's Tnai Amani, her latest
album. Another album. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but those two albums, that's what I'm gonna listen to from start to finish.
I seen her Tiny Desk.
Yes. Any of them.
Any of them?
I've seen two so far.
Why only two?
I've seen two.
They just celebrated 1,000, yo. Go dive in.
I'm gonna go dive in.
Yes. Yeah. Go get your palate wet.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. Let's get. All right. Well, give me something. Give me. All right. Last question. We'll put this on the head. Something random. Do you have a favorite instrument?
Guitar.
Why?
It's gonna be guitar. It's so fun. It's because I'm learning how to play it, and I'm also teaching it too. And it's just the fact that it's something I don't know how to do quite well yet. And I think that's kind of what got me in the music period, is because when I first started singing, I didn't master it. I was just having this conversation with Chris, who does the poetry.
Yes.
We did that one concert not too long ago. But I had mastered voice, and so boom, I just had to immerse myself in it, right? And so now I feel like I'm doing the same thing with the guitar, and once I master that thing, it's gonna be over. That's my goal by the end of 2024. I'm gonna try to be at an intermediate level, maybe advanced. I don't know.
Got you. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Please tell the people how to support you, how to be a part of your movement, how to get any of your goods, any of that stuff. Please tell them.
Okay, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok at TNAI. That's my first name. And then AMANI. That's my middle name, Tnai Amani. You can also find, my nonprofit. We are eclectic. Follow that movement. That's my passion right now. It's about cultural sensitivity and diversity. So yeah, that's it.
Got you. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I do hope that you are able to keep that hope of fandom alive.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate you for what you are doing out here, especially for y'all. When y'all will listen to this, you'll be watching her teach the youth. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks. I appreciate it.